من يريد الله به خيرا يفقهه في الدين.
Can you elaborate on music? Would that fall under modern traps? Heavy evidences on both sides. There's no heavy evidence on both sides. There is no evidence on the other side. There's not one single dalil, la min qarib wa la min ba'id. There's not one, and I'm not saying that I'm genuinely saying I do not know one single dalil for the permissibility of music. I don't know any one, not even one, not a weak hadith, not a fabricated hadith. I don't know any at all. And the prohibition came in the Quran fi ghayri ma ayah, in more than one ayat, including the ayah in the beginning of Surah Luqman and elsewhere. And it came in the Sahih, in Sahih al-Bukhari. Mu'allaqan majzuman bihi. Bukhari declared it to be Sahih, and he brought it in his Sahih al-Bukhari, the prohibition of it. And no one from the Ummah had a different view until Ibn Hazm rahimahullah ta'ala. And Ibn Hazm is known for having fatawa which are shadha, rahimahullah. He's known for it. I can give you some other fatawa of Ibn Hazm. If you like the one on music, you take the other ones as well. Wallahi, you'll run away from them. Ibn Hazm has gharaib in his fatawa, no doubt. And nobody said it before him, and even in his time they refuted him. Rahimahullah ta'ala rahmatan wasi'ah. And he was a great person, but he made a mistake in that issue. Like, he didn't bring dalil. There is no dalil on the other side. There's 400 years of ijma'. You can't break that apart because people do it today. La wallah, I don't think anybody brought dalil until the Sufiya started coming close to Allah by listening to it. There's one thing, and I want to mention it because it came into my mind that people might think it's a dalil. Like, it's not a dalil. The hadith of the two young girls who were singing on the day of Eid. Abu Bakr entered the house of the Prophet ﷺ, and there were two young girls, jariyatani, and they were singing. Abu Bakr said, Ma'azif al-shaytan fi bayti Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Aw kama qal. He said, the instrument of shaitan in the house of the Messenger of Allah. And he's blaming Aisha. He said, you brought the shaitan into the house of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, da'huma. Leave the two of them. I'm going to tell you why this is not a dalil for two reasons. Number one, Abu Bakr said, instrument of the shaitan. Did the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam contradict him? Did the Prophet say, it's not instrument of shaitan, Abu Bakr? This is beautiful. He didn't stop Abu Bakr when he said instrument of the shaitan. He let him say it. He said, leave them. Tayyib, leave them is what we call a rukhsa. And from that which is well known is that a rukhsa is only limited to the circumstances given in the rukhsa. The allowance is allowed for that thing. I'll give an example. When we shorten our prayer when we're traveling, it's only when you're traveling. You can't shorten the prayer any other time. You can't just shorten the prayer because you're tired. You can't just add things to it. The prayer is shortened when you're tired. The Prophet ﷺ allowed two young girls on the day of Eid to sing without instruments and without haram in what they said. Zain, that is your rukhsa. You can't have two adult women. You can't have it on the day that's not the day of Eid. You can't have it with musical guitar in the background and piano and all of that stuff. You can't have it with the lyrics that take people away from the remembrance of Allah. And let's be honest, you want to see what musicians do today? You all know what the musicians, what's that shaitan in jail for? You know what they, and wallahi, I don't think he committed a crime except the issue of consent. Otherwise, they all do it. He just did what every other one of them does every other day. Except the issue is that they just put him in jail because these women came and said, oh, we didn't consent to it. Otherwise, that nobody had a khilaf that was what they did every day. Are those people who, is that a sign of something's going to bring you close to Allah? For the point is that there is no dalil. In fact, the dalil in that hadith is against them, not for them. I don't know, I'm trying to think of another dalil, I can't think of anything that they brought.